Hey YouTube, Nathan here with Team After the Storm. I'm coming here with you with my deck profile of Phantom Knights. This is pure Phantom Knight, not like what Jeff Jones did with a hybrid of Phantom Knight and Speedroids. This is a build I've been working with. I've been working with it, customizing it for a couple weeks now. It's been working pretty well. And let's get to it. Alright, so basic staples. I'm playing 3 Cloak, Searcher of the deck for anything. 3 Boots. This is your special summon from your hand, so you can get you into overlay 3 plays. 3 Gloves. 1,000 boosts in this thing from this guy is really good for any dark monster you summon with him, as well as he gets your graveyard set up for whatever you need to. And it's level 3, so you can get your rank 3 plays. I'm playing 3 Fragile Armor. He makes the deck super consistent with his banishment to ditch one from your hand and then draw another card, as well as he can special summon himself from your hand as a wall, or get you into your overlay 4s into 3 monsters for Ouroboros. I am playing 2 Helm. I recently put him to 2 because I didn't have very much else to put in. I think he's a decent card, but if there are any other Phantom Knight monster that would come out later on, I would definitely cut him for now. He is currently the beater of the deck as far as the regular monsters, and makes the Phantom Knight consistency a bit better. So that's all the Phantom Knight monsters. Other monsters in the deck consist of 3 Raiden and 1 Lila. These get you to your mills to get your stuff in your graveyard. Pretty self-explanatory. Same thing with Mapetition. I'm playing 3 Necrogardna. Reasoning behind that is he's level 3, he's a dark monster, so you can get to your overlay 3 plays to Break Sword, which is the main focus of the deck, as well as if he is milled, he can protect you for a time with his graveyard banish ability. That's all the monsters in the deck. Moving to the trap cards. All the Phantom Knight trap cards. I'm running 3 of all of them, so 3 Fogblade, 3 Wings, and 3 Sword. Right now, all the trap cards basically used in the graveyard to revive your Phantom Knight monsters, so you can get into your overlay plays, as well as they're essentially walls when you need to stall out for whenever you need to. Wings can protect your monsters as well as Sword. Fogblade is essentially Fiendish Chain, so it does stop monster effects, and it's really good that way, and stops battle. I find that Wings is better than Sword most of the time, because Sword has to be a continuous trap card, and it can be destroyed and stopped for this protection destruction. If there were any other Phantom Knight cards that do revive from the graveyard, I would cut down Sword before Wings, and then Fogblade is just drastically better.
I mean, an Expedition, this was before that. Yeah, because I know.
Other traps consist of Breakthrough Skill. Effect negation is huge in the game right now, and I think that with Breakthrough Skill's graveyard effect, it can also stop huge monster effects that would hurt you a lot more, like Abyss Dweller mainly, which is why I'm playing 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's so expensive.
Moving to the spells. I'm running 2 Charter Light Brigade because it's at 2. Searches out your Light Sworns and mills 3 to your deck from your deck. Rhoda, because they're all warrior types, you can search anything you need. Mostly I get Raiden with it though. 1 Raigeki, a Barrel of Dimension, Foolish, to get Guardian Graveyard, Return from Banishment. Raigeki's just strong. And then 2 MST. Okay, so I'm playing 2 MST over 2 Twin Twister because when I find through playtesting that most of the time I don't have cards in my hand that I want to ditch for Twin Twister. I still want backrow destruction within the negatives, which is why I have Lila as well as 2 MST. Alright, moving to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 Black Rose as Synchros and 1 Cypher Lord Omega. With Raiden as a tuner, field wipes don't hurt the deck too much, because when everything goes to graveyard, you can then use your graveyard effects and then keep going from there. Omega is really good because it returns your banished monsters as well as gives you plus because of the ditch from hand effect. I'm playing 3 Break Sword, essentially the main monster of the deck. It's great for popping back row. It summons summons all your plays from graveyard, and it's just a great overall monster. And playing 3 of is a definite for the deck. The only other rank 3 I'm playing is Dante. The reason behind Dante is that he's an early mill out. So you can get your resources into your graveyard as a rank 3 play, as well as you can be 25 beater, as well as 25 wall when you need him to be. The rank 4s I play, the only non-dark monsters I play are Castel and Abyss Dweller. Castel is just too good of a card not to play. He's a spot removal. And then there's Abyss Dweller because of solving grave effects that are relatively prevalent in the game right now with Mermail and Monarchs, and as well the Mirror Match. Now, the reasoning why behind me playing mostly dark XYZ monsters is because of Breaksword's effect. Breaksword, whenever he uses his effect in graveyard, you can only start summon dark monsters for the rest of your turn. Most of your rank 4 plays are going to be played with that effect right after the effect. So most of my extra deck is dark. So because of that, I'm playing 1 Black Sheep of Corn. Reasoning behind Black Sheep of Corn, he essentially replaces Cowboy for me. With Gloves effect, he becomes a 31 beater, and with Black Ship popping anything lower than it, you can pop any monster of 31 or less and then deal 1,000 damage, essentially 4 game in theory. I've yet to do that yet, but he's still a good card to have in the deck. XYZ Rebellion Dragon is one of the staple cards I usually go into. He becomes a 35 beater, again with Gloves, and he gets so much attack power from just running over monsters that he essentially goes for game and beats over most any monster you need to. Master Key Beetle protects anything you need to. Usually it goes from one of these monsters into Master Key Beetle, and Master Key Beetle can protect them. And then Master Key Beetle is also a 35 beater and protects your back row, any monster you need to. Also, whenever someone starts to pop your Key Beetle, you can also pop a monster or a card that is protecting. Evil Sword Nightmare. The monsters are all dark. All Phantom Knights are dark, so you can play Nightmare as a defensive card against most Pendulum decks. Thanatos, he's a very secure safety card because it's unaffected by monster effects and becomes a 3350 beater when you use Gloves with it. Ouroboros is essentially your boss rank 4. You can easily play him with Raynham on board, as well as special summoning armor into the field, and Ouroboros effects are just great, from dishing a card from your opponent's hand, to bouncing a trouble card, to banishing cards from your graveyard. I am playing 1 Grease Samariella. The reasoning is because he's the only dark monster rank 5 that I find semi-useful, other than some other cards. I'm only playing 1 of. I haven't played tested this very much, but I think it's going to be really good with your level 4s, and then Breaksword going to your rank 5s.
So whoever turned it into the table.
It's going to the extra deck. Going to the side deck, 3 Max Seed is just a really good card. 2 XYZ Encore, because XYZ monsters are relatively prevalent in the game, and just great to get out of them without them being able to change anything. And to get out of Infinity, it's a great out to Infinity, as well as most Peppy points. I'm playing 1 Crush Card Virus because I can consistently use it. I'm mostly citing this for any rogue decks, as well as any decks that I think would completely devastate their hand, as like Monarchs and so on and so forth. I'm playing 3 Fairy Wind against mostly back row support, back row decks. Floodgates. A lot of Floodgates do hurt the deck, so having a way out of them easily is really good, as well as fighting against Pendulum decks and wiping the Pendulum Scales. I'm playing 2 Master Restrict, play against any true decks, mostly Monarchs at this time.
Damn it! I won the game! Damn it!
I'm playing 2 Trap Stun. I really don't like most heavy back row decks, especially losing the Chain Burn. So I have a Trap Stun for those occasions as for safety cards. And then Stygian Dirge against any heavy overlay decks like Pepe or any most pendulum decks. So that really hurts them and helps me out
Pretty good. Now
as
you
a
can
floodgate.
find something else with it, though. I'm kind of sad because
So yeah, that's my Fan Night deck right now. I'm going to continue playtesting and see what works and what doesn't. So yeah, we're gonna have future deck profiles later in the day or throughout the time. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for other deck profiles or any duels that we want us to do or any boxes you want us to open, please leave it in the comments, and we'll see what we can do that for later.